early, so just get you comfortable. 3.
Hi, I'm Ralph. I'm a computer science student at UCF, and I'm here with Samarullah.
Hey, Ralph, how are you today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. I just have a few questions for you about your experience here at Samarullah. So after your accident, how did you feel, both physically and emotionally?
Physically, I did feel a bit of pain around my upper neck area, primarily I think the left side, as well as just general body pains in some degree. Emotionally, I couldn't believe it happened to me. I mean, like, everyone imagines, like, what would they do in an accident, but when you're physically there, it's a completely different experience, right? It's just like, wow, it actually happened.
That perspective changes it all for sure.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest problems and challenges caused by the accident?
So in terms of challenges, I started feeling more or less pains, I would say about a couple hours after, but I kind of disregarded it until the following day. I started feeling like extreme neck pains and stuff. I couldn't necessarily stretch, certain angles of my neck. I couldn't go this way or that way. Eventually it got a bit overwhelming, to say the least. So,
did Avita Samaru and the team help with any of these problems?
They did reassure me that, things like this do happen in accidents, and sometimes you don't notice the pain until, maybe 24, 48 hours later. And at that point, it's best to seek advice, see what you can do. And they did help me, they helped me personally in terms of just like making sure that I knew that like I wasn't the only one that goes through these things. So,
how was the communication with the team? We were able to answer all of your calls and questions?
Yes, actually, they're very transparent, communicative, thorough through everything. If you have any worries, call them at any point. In all honesty, like, if you have any questions, just ask them, and they always answer, especially Kim.
Awesome. So you'd say that you felt like you understood your case from start to finish?
Yes, and if I didn't understand anything, they were there just to let me know everything. So, like,
amazing.
One phone call away.
Awesome. Was Attorney Avita personally available for you?
Yes. When I needed to schedule a meeting, she would be there. I just have to plan ahead, of course. But aside from like generic questions, Kim usually handled most of those generic questions, and I think it was pretty well off since then. So like,
would you say we met or exceeded expectations?
I would say far exceeded it, because in my opinion, like when you go into an accident, you deal with lawyers or anything like that or attorneys. You get this sense of like, okay, maybe they're not really here for me, they're here for themselves and what they can benefit from it. But in reality, it's more like a great experience in terms of just like knowing that they're there for you as a family. Mm-hmm. Like knowing that you can call them and they're not just in it for themselves, they're in it for you.
Yeah.
So.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Would you, God forbid, ever recommend our firm to friends and family if they were ever in an accident?
If they were ever in an accident, I would recommend Samarullah.
Big if. We're knocking on wood here.
They were in an accident. Yeah. But God forbid.
Exactly. Is there anything that you would personally like to say to Attorney Avita and the team that helped you on your case?
I want to say big shout out to Kim. Honestly, like, she was always responsive. She was always there when I called. Answered any questions, emails, texts. And as far as Avita, lovely soul. Personable, can talk about anything in regards to her life, and it feels all relatable. So, it doesn't feel like you're talking to a wall. So big shout out to the team in general.